Afternoon, everybody. I trust you're doing good. This page is supposed to be only about supplying land to you guys, but anyone that's followed us would have realized that it's not just about that. Not for me anyway. That would be so boring. Not when we've got actually like some real deep pressing issues. We believe that land will underpin our renaissance and our independence and sovereignty and our freedom. But at the end of the day, we try and put out messages about lots of different stuff in our space. And I give thanks to Joel and Princess, two of my colleagues in marketing who are based in Lagos. Shout out to Lagos, shout out to Joel and Princess for the work that they do on this page. I think it's pretty cool. And, we put out opinions from other people and content creators. And today I just want to give you my very brief opinion about Ghana as a country. And really it's for those people that I guess haven't been to Ghana before, because I'm assuming out of the 9,000 people that follow us, I hazard a guess that the majority of you may not have been, and a very sizable proportion would have been. But I just want to confirm and reassure for you guys that Ghana is a very nice country. I've travelled the world, every continent I've been there, and I can testify that Ghana is very nice. A country that is welcoming, a country that is very warm in its spirit, a country that's very safe. We never really talk about the political stability in Ghana, which again I think is very important, because so often Africa's been plagued by that political instability, which is not nice. You don't want to get caught up in the firestorm in an African country, and I don't think any of us envisages that happening to Ghana anytime soon. We pray and hope. Economically, we're susceptible to any of the global economic pressures that most countries are going through. Ghana's economy is not in great shape, but there is hope there, guys. You land, your first impression of the country is very positive. The airport's very good. The experience of the airport is awesome. You exit the airport, you smell your continent, your country for the first time. It feels good. You leave the airport within 5-10 minutes. You realize that so much of what you were told was not true. You're looking at a developed city that is constantly developing. For those of us that are in and out, and for those people that are living in Ghana, we realize and we know that Accra is changing at a very fast rate. Kumasi the same. And it's a country that smacks of generally positivity and definitely hope, because we all need a little bit of hope in our lives. For those of us that are in States or Europe, we have lived a life here that we're used to. We are no longer the same. We are Africans, but we're a bit different now. I think yesterday we posted about this whole thing going around about African Americans and all the rest of it. We rarely hear actually the story of the African that's born and raised in Europe. Those of us whose parents came here voluntarily, what were their experiences and what are our experiences? But at its core, we're all looking for hope. We're all looking for a place that we can excel. And I feel like Ghana gives us an opportunity. It definitely gives us a plan B. I wouldn't like to think that, we're going to accept that we're going to exist in Europe amongst our peers here, with everything going on for another 3-4 generations. It doesn't mean everybody's got to move, of course not. But I feel like a lot of people are making that effort to see what life could be like in Africa. And many of us are also trying to make forays in business to contribute to the country and help our people inside and outside of Africa. We've done our bit with land, which we think is very important. We think land underpins independence and freedom and sovereignty. We think land gives you a basis to thrive. Land gives you a place, a linchpin to the continent, because a lot of us are detached from the continent emotionally and sentimentally. So to have land there really just solidifies your presence and your covenant with your motherland. But Ghana is very cool, guys. Very safe. Food is amazing. The cuisine is, we've got such a wide array of cuisine now. All the restaurateurs are there. The police force are pretty decent most of the time, so they want to shake you down a little bit. Stuff to do for the kids and stuff is improving dramatically. Entrepreneurs are going in and setting up the stuff that we've been used to using in the West. There's business opportunities there, but not for the lazy types. If you're the lazy type, you're not going to succeed anywhere. But if you're prepared to put in 3 to 5 years of some hard sweat, and you've got a bit of capital, and you definitely got to be smart, because people in Africa are very smart, naturally smart, then you can give it a good effort. The schools, state schools are okay, very under-resourced. For many of us, maybe not the type of schools we'd want our kids to go to, unfortunately. But then again, there's lots of private entrepreneurs and schools that are there that give amazing education. The kids are well-mannered, generally. They're also being, attacked by foreign philosophies and ideologies about how people should live amongst themselves. But generally, the children in Africa are pretty good. And and we need that plan B, because when we see and hear and feel all the stuff they're trying to push on our kids now, and I don't have to mention them, you're all discerning people, it's pretty horrific. A lot of it is perpetrated by them, but a lot of it now is being perpetrated by the demons within our own race. And the children are going to find it pretty hard to withstand that sort of messaging and that sort of pressure on their mind. So I think Ghana is hopeful, very, very beautiful, and I really just want to encourage people to have faith in Africa and have faith in ourselves and the spirit of unity. In regards to the rhetoric about, I hate this word, continental Africans and diasporans. I always say I do not consider myself a diasporan. I'm not interested. I'm just African. Nothing more, nothing less. At the end of the day, it's a moot point. I think a lot of these stuff goes round. Most people have very, very good experience in Ghana. You will not go to Ghana and be trying to pontificate on anybody. Like one of my clients said, we're not there to save Africa. In a way, I feel like Africa's there to save us. And at its core, when you go somewhere and you're an immigrant, you have to take time to understand the country and you have to settle in. And for my brothers and sisters that are born and raised and class themselves as real Ghanaians in Ghana, you will not bully us. We have every right, so long as we come correct, to exist in our motherland. We will not know when the days of our parents taking shit from you guys are over. We're going to be there working hard, loving hard, contributing every way we possibly can, respecting, learning, contributing, but we're not going to be disrespected. We're not going to have people take the piss with us. Those things are stopping. I want to make that very, very, very clear. As far as I'm concerned, the motherland is the motherland, is for all of us. It's big enough for all of us. Africa is dramatically underpopulated. There is a lot of space for us. And what we've tried to do with our mind is create this little enclave for us, not to hide ourselves away, but please understand that with what we're going through here in the West, we needed somewhere for ourselves. It is, in general terms, horrific here in the West. Don't matter how much money or what the value of the pound versus the city is. That's all well and good. We all know that a pound goes a long way, 15 times more, than in Europe or in the UK. But again, to my brothers and my sisters in Ghana, I'm pleading with you guys, those of you that follow this page, to accept, our passage back home over the next 50 years, because the Exodus has started now. Accept us, embrace us, help us, love us, teach us, guide us, scold us when we need to be scolded, but do not take the piss with us. Do not attempt to cheat us, and definitely do not betray us. Because 90% of people are coming home in a very, very humble way, and we need you just as much as you need us. We are one, and we're one people, and we should have one common destiny, and that is one of sovereignty, independence, and black pride. God bless. Bye.